Hey, Kat here, and I wanted to do a review on the Six of Crows duology, which consists of Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom. So, yeah. Unfortunately, I do not physically own the Crooked Kingdom because I checked it out from the library, and I didn't want to pay full price for a hardcover book that's not floppy yet, especially when I got this one at a used bookstore. So, yeah. Anywho, so Six of Crows consists of in the Geisha trilogy world, where I'm not quite sure how their magic system works. It's kind of weird and ambiguous in Six of Crows. I guess in the Grisha trilogy, it goes a little more into that, which would be kind of interesting to read. So the magic system, to me at least, maybe I wasn't paying that close attention. I did skip some people's point of view because I didn't quite like them. So maybe I just missed it. But yeah, so it's a fantasy world. It's set in the fantasy world. And it consists of a 6-person group, which is Kaz, a revenge thirsty street dude with like problems, but he's also a leader and he's super smart and like tragic and the angst for days. And then there's Jin who Inji? I don't really know how to pronounce her name. I'm sorry, guys. But she is actually my favorite person in this book, and she is a philosophical, religious spy called Wraith. A lot of people call her that. And she keeps Kaz's secrets as well as other secrets and is basically a really cool thief chick. And then you have a runaway and a privileged runaway named Waylon, who I also really love because he's so freaking innocent. He's just the most innocent little boy. He's like, I just want to make bombs and stuff, and he is so cute. And then you have Jasper, who's rather annoying, but I still like him. And he's a sharpshooter. He's the shooter of the group, even though he barely shoots any games in the whole duology. But whatever. Let him do him. If he wants to really identify himself as a sharpshooter, he is allowed that privilege. And then you have a convict, well, wrongly accused convict, kind of. I'm not quite sure. He's one of the characters. I may have skipped a few of his prologues, like his point of views. May have. I don't know. But that is Mathis, and he is like basically your tank of this party. He's the hitter. He hits people. He makes sure he tackles people. He's your basic tank. And then you have Nina, who is your sorcerer. She can, I'm not quite sure how her powers work, but she can pretty much do anything. And so these people find out, these 6 people get hired to break somebody out of this place called the Ice Court. And it's this huge fortress that nobody's ever gotten out of, or blah, 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 typical fantasy story. And that's like my major complaint about this series is that for a series that's so popular and like people rave about and has won, I don't think it's won any awards actually, but people rave about and all this, that it should bring something new to the table, right? Like there should be something there that's never been seen before. Like even like I don't really like Victoria Schwab that much. She's another one that I usually just give 3 stars to and just like meh. But she brings her worlds and stuff, brings something new to the table. This one, not even the world really was new. It like the Gishra. I read halfway through the first one of Smoke and Bone. It reminded me of Avatar. Like second season of Avatar: The Last Airbender when they go to Ba Sing Se. And this one just reminded me of like every heist novel I've ever read. There is a lot of angst and stuff. The second one is actually my favorite, The Crooked Kingdom, because it's a lot more of a revenge tale because it picks up where this one left off, and it's more of a revenge tale. But that also still didn't really bring anything new to the table. It's just a bunch of angsty young adults trying to make their way in the world with tragic pasts. Where have we seen this before? But I have to say I am entertained by these books. These books are entertaining. I just think I was a bit over hyped for this. I was thinking of this amazing book because all these people are like, it's better than the Grisha trilogies. Even the librarian, where I checked out the Crooked Kingdom, she was like, this series is amazing. You're gonna love it. It's gonna be your favorite series ever. And it was just okay. So yeah. I would say if you're new to fantasy or if you want a good heist novel, like no matter what heist novel, this is a good go read this, and it's a good start for fantasy. It's a good little like hint, and it doesn't have a complicated magic system because it doesn't explain it, which is kind of cool. Just throws you in. At least I don't know if it does. Once again, Nina and Mathis were my least favorite characters, so I kind of just I don't. They have an angsty thing that I just don't want. Also, here's another complaint about this book. You have 6 people in this group. All of them are romantically involved with one of the people in that group. All of them, like somehow, are romantically involved with one other person in their group, and that's their subplot, right? Why? Is there no other people in this world? Do all of them need to be connected? It was like reading bad fan fiction, in my opinion. Like reading, like, fan fiction where it's like the author wants everybody to get together in that group, and you're just kind of like, why? Is there no other people? Like if you're reading like fan fiction of a group of high school kids, I don't know what TV show, I'm trying to think of it, but I can't think of it. So that's what it kind of felt like, just with the subplots. Now I grant you, I'm not a huge fan of multiple love stories within a book. I don't mind it when there's like one love story, but when there's like a triangle and trapezoids or something, I'm not into it. This doesn't have that. It does have one-on-one connection subplots. I just don't really think it's realistic that they all just found lovers within their own group. I just don't think it's realistic. But what do I know? All in all, would recommend to somebody who's new to fantasy or just wants to pick up a good young adult fiction novel or a heist novel. And you should choose this. It's fun. It's entertaining. I stayed up all night reading the first one. The second one, I was on my trip, so it took me 5 days. And yeah, it's a solid series. Just I would go under it with low expectations so they can exceed it. So this series can exceed it. That's my personal opinion. You can make up your own. And yeah.